Are you ready to renovate your home? Are you curious what the top 3 spots in your home are right now in 2025 in terms of where they spend all of their time? We're going to talk to Kate Soderquist today, the designer for Urban Edge Homes. Welcome, Kate.
Thank you.
You, my dear, are quite the talent.
Oh, thank you.
Check out the befores of this 1971 beautiful home that we call the Aspen Mountain Modern. Took 10 minutes for Kate to design through this beauty.
I wish.
And it's an inspiration home for sure.
Yep.
Because most of the housing we walk into, Kate, looks like what we walked into when you bought this home.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what are the top 3 spaces people really are struggling with in their existing homes right now?
Definitely the kitchen, primary suite,
Mm-hmm.
and their living spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This room is incredible. Check this thing out, everyone. Tell me where you began and ended with your inspo on this, because it is trending right now. And I want to visit with you about trend because I feel like when I work with you, you've really gone on a track that's timeless.
So it's really important.
Yeah, it is.
I would start with materials. Like, we really want natural finishes. So like you see a lot of natural stone in our houses, real wood elements. That's what makes something timeless.
I agree.
This house could have really leaned more like mid-mod, but we really wanted to appeal to a broader audience.
Right.
Yeah, so that's why we went with like a mountain home, but a lot of modern elements.
I think that the natural stone that you went with here is timeless. The white oak and the natural oil finish you decided to go with on all of the woodwork in the home is incredible.
Yeah.
The countertops, the product is, it's a quartz. And we have a design flip book that we can share. So we're going to drop Kate's contact information, by the way. Regardless of where you live in the world, you can provide Kate with a image of a space and she can come back to you with ideas and a budget as part of and help source if you're not in the area.
Yep.
So we'll talk about that as well today.
Great.
So this is a great room. And the windows are impactful. What was your idea there? Because you did create a sight line in here that's incredible.
Yeah. So actually, a lot of the windows, like their locations were here, but on the front side of the house, they were blocked.
Right.
So we tried to mirror both sides.
Yeah.
And even with the front door to kind of, you have a sight line that goes all the way through to the water. It's important.
Really important. And the room is huge. Huge. But it doesn't feel huge when you sit in this room. Tell me about that island, because it is the core of the space. It's pretty incredible.
It's 14 feet long.
14 feet long on that island. Now let's just wing it a little bit here. Tell me first how you designed that island in terms of its size and what is in it. Like, what's the makeup of the island and what is it holding?
So it has the sink, dishwasher, trash, recycle, all of that good stuff, and a ton of storage. We really wanted this space to feel really clean.
Yeah.
So, tucking all of that storage underneath instead of a ton of wall cabinetry was really hard. So
I know this is always risky, but it's such an impactful piece. And people often think that things are more expensive than they are. So if you were to put a price tag on the island, what would it be? This, just like this one, because this is a luxury home, by the way, 2.5 million. So understanding that we can work from grand to smaller, what do you think that island would run?
Good question. Probably around 20.
I think that is amazing, because I was going to say $50,000.
If you put other things into it, yes, I'd climb.
To me, is steal. Yeah. That's impactful, everyone. 25K, I think, is so reasonable. So let's talk about kitchen renovation first, because we're going to talk about 3 spaces today. But I think people feel like renovating their kitchen is a lot more. They're overwhelmed by the thought of it being torn apart, and they feel like the number's much bigger than it is.
Yep.
So let's scale to something that we know is more of a, let's say, $500 to $1.5 million product out there. Our typical kitchens we walk through, often gutting to stud is the easiest thing to do and starting fresh.
Correct.
So give me a range on kitchens.
Oh, boy. So in that price point, I would say, probably in the 100 range, but you can easily get into the 250s.
Yeah.
Really depends on appliances.
Yeah. The appliance package is real, especially now.
Yeah, I would say like in this house, the package is around 45,000.
So a luxury commercial grade stainless product.
Yeah.
With 2-pillar, like a straight up freezer on one side and a refrigerator on the other. So in a world where, let's say, you have a bungalow or a rambler with a standard sized kitchen.
You could get it. I mean, you could get under 100 for sure.
I think so too.
And I think a big thing is not moving plumbing. You know, you can think about how do we utilize or work within that space where we're not, a lot of the trades pricing really drives
It does.
the budget.
Yeah.
Because we can have fun with finishes that are affordable,
I think so.
So
You can actually come up with great stuff in Home Depot and Menards, everybody.
Yeah.
That's possible to do.
hey,
Okay, so we have not all homes can have a combined great room space, and there's ways to do that. We take down walls all the time. And it is a really cool way to have a cohesive, entertaining environment without really spending a lot of money because demolition isn't as bad as you think. Pulling out a wall can be highly impactful. So we can work with a Matterport with a client remotely, and then we can come up with design ideas remotely. Give them a vision board so you work on a design hourly to do that.
Yep.
Yeah, so cool. Yeah.
And we can actually, through Matterport, capture the floor plans into our CAD. So we can manipulate all the floor plans, which is,
That's what we need. So brilliant. Okay, my favorite space these days, and I have clients ask me every single day, I'm so tired of my master bath, primary bath, they call it now. I'm going to do it the right way, right? The primary suite. Everything's about the spa. Spa-esque. The cold plunge, the sauna, the hot tub, which aren't necessarily in the primary,
but accessible.
accessible. Tell me about what that looks like and what your inspiration was for this spa bath, because it's quite impressive.
Yeah, I think we're trying to create kind of like a refuge for people. You know, if you have kids, like this is a family home, a place to kind of escape, get away.
Yeah.
So a place to sit in your bedroom.
Calgon, take me away.
Yes. Yes. So having that space is really important. I know that as a mom too. Just like I'm dipping out for a little bit here.
Me to dip into a bubble bath.
Yes. But yeah, so again, bringing in the natural stone, that was the goal in this bathroom. And really like large format tiles so that it feels more like a spa.
I love large format tile, and I don't think that's going to time out. I think it's impressive.
Yeah, agreed.
It's just impressive to look at. I don't see that in 20, 30 years, people are going to walk into this back and say, oh, it's dated.
No.
Which is brilliant. That's what I love about design right now.
Yeah.
Because if you think about 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s,
Yes.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
They just missed the boat.
Well, they're like locked into it.
They're like locked in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people will say, oh, well, you think you're not locked in, but you are. We're not. I feel like now, you really got it figured out now. And the finishes that are available now and the ideas we have, European, lovely, timeless. It's kind of like going into, remember historic homes on, I think of Summit Avenue there, but any old historic home where they had the kitchen downstairs, in the basement for the wait staff.
Yeah.
And the old marble. I love marble. Me too. I know that's a whole other subject. I have a whole piece on marble. I really love marble.
Me too. It's not going anywhere. I never will.
It's classic.
Thanks to patinas, people have hung up on that, but yeah, it just gets better.
It just gets better over time. It's amazing. Okay, so this bath has a soaking tub in the shower, which is a trend right now. How do you feel about it?
I like it. It's called a wet room. That's what we're calling it.
A wet room.
Yeah. What I like, it's the space saving. So you can really fit a lot more into a smaller space. Yeah, I can tuck the tub into that wet space.
Yeah, I love that.
And I love kind of what drove this layout.
It's kind of cozy. It has kind of this really warmer. You're not out, I'll tell you, because there is something to that. What do you think? What heated flooring and how hard is it to implement a heated tidal floor?
It's not hard and it's a must, especially Minnesota.
Oh my God, we're in a cold climate here. But even in a warm climate, isn't it nice when you're on vacation and you get up in the middle of the night? Yes, and you're on toasty, warm tile floors. Doesn't matter how warm it is. Yep, that's lovely.
It is. Every time you step on it, like, great.
It's like a little luxury without spending a ton of money.
Totally. It's not a huge investment. It's worth it.
So the top three obstacles you run into coaching somebody who wants to renovate their back, what would they be for you?
I'll try. Put her on the hook. Obstacle. I would say space constraints. That's probably the number one. You know, understanding we only had so much space.
Yep.
And we want it to also flow well and, you know, tick all the boxes. So kind of weighing what's most important, you know?
I love that. That's accurate.
Yeah, that's the hardest part.
And you can put a lot of design elements in to make the space feel bigger.
Totally. Yep.
Just through tile installation.
Yes.
Like the difference between putting a petite tile in, which will give you samples in this hole, because you put together beautiful motifs in each of these ads. They're all unique and individual.
Yeah.
I love it. We're going to throw up the entire lifestyle link
Yeah.
for this piece so you can look at the work. It's incredible. What I love doing, every time somebody comes in, I'll give them the Matterport.
Yeah.
The before and afters are mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Mind-blowing.
I mean, this room had mostly fireplace right down the middle. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at the fireplace. It's insane. You wanted to keep it for a moment.
Now it's the little bit. I would a portion of it. I thought we can work with this.
So Dan is the general contractor for Urban Edge Homes. And he and I were looking at him saying, oh no, that's got to go.
It's a big undertaking though, because we had to remove it's top down.
Yeah.
So then he repair the roof and but it was worth it.
And put a beam in. Yes. Just a small beam. It had to be craned.
Yep.
In. And how many men? It was like a lift and
Like 16.
yeah.
I was blind. I can't watch those. I don't come for that. It's too stressful.
It is stressful because, you know, you just, what if?
I don't, no. Need to be here for that.
Okay, so we've got the primary, and then we have a living space. So let's just pretend you live in a traditional home and there's no way to marry your living space with your kitchen. How do you go about it? Because most people are really like, I'm tired of my space. I have no idea where to begin.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Oh boy.
That's a big one.
That is a big.
You don't know what to do. I go through a flip book personally. Yeah. And tell me, show me what you love.
Yeah, we do. We request a lot of imagery. So I'll say create a Pinterest board or a house board, or even take pictures when you're out and about, things you like, even clothing. I mean, anything that like appeals to you, that you're drawn to, that you love,
Right.
send it to us and we create a portfolio. And so we find the common thing like throughout that.
I love that word, common vein.
Yeah, that's what you need to find. Especially when there's two people,
Yeah.
you know, because they never agree. No. So if we can find that, So if we can find that and marry those two, that's kind of the only way, in my opinion, to kind of find that forward.
I agree. Yeah. So what I love about this particular home as an example is for somebody who loves modern, it can fuel their sense of, definitely. For somebody who is a traditional lover, you have a layer of that. It's nothing here, the softness of it.
Yeah.
If somebody likes contemporary, you can pull that in through the furnishing.
Yeah.
A lot of people miss the boat on you've got an aesthetic of a home that is designed by its interior furnishings. So we could totally change how this feels by what we're sitting on.
Yep. By 100%. That was the goal.
Yeah,
We designed it.
I know it was, and I love that. So your the design list on this thing is no joke. It took us literally, we had to pull all of this information that Kate gave to us and put some sense into it for the consumer, right?
Yep.
It's impressive. So your top 3 picks for tile work in this house. Ooh, there's so much.
I love the main level bath floor. The texture is so special. Excuse me. And in the primary, the back wall, that's like a stag stone, but it has a more like, what's the word? It feels more like a spa, and it had to be like hand put together.
Wow.
That tile setter was not happy with me, but
Yeah. Okay, so when we show you a picture of that, that's no joke, because I thought those were set tile pieces that went in. That was all hand set.
yeah, they came in the sheet, but they don't connect perfectly, so you had to take it apart. And
Oh.
yeah, but it's lovely. No,
It's beautiful.
yeah. And then I would see the backsplash as well.
Check that out.
It's stone. We don't normally do that, but I love the texture.
Yeah.
So let's see, those are my top two.
Did you seal it?
Yes.
Yes, because you got to wash it.
Yep.
So a stone backsplash in the kitchen will work.
Yep.
A lot of people get freaked out about backsplashes because they're worried about cleaning it.
Yep.
What are your thoughts on that?
It's sealed. So just like a floor tile, yeah, you can scrub it.
Yeah.
Scrub the grout and all that good stuff. Then it shouldn't stain.
So I had an interesting conversation yesterday. We have meetings through Exceptional Properties, and I had a gentleman here that was looking at your floor saying, this floor is stunning. We just put white oak in our home, and it does not look like this at all. It turned out orange-ish, and there's a seal you should all know about. Explain that to them, because I think a lot of people aren't in this world right now of speed and expertise. I could see a lot of people making this mistake. So let's talk about a finish on any flooring.
Correct. For any wood cabinetry.
Correct. I'd love to visit about that.
Originally, like 100 years ago, people were oil finishing their floors, and that yellows or turns orange over time.
Yeah.
And so we switched to a water base, and it's actually more durable, and it doesn't show scratches. It wasn't have that high sheen.
Water base, water bust.
Yeah. So we're doing that on floors and even the cabinetry here.
Yes.
We wanted it stays true to color longer.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
So there's something about I think I said it was Arctic finish versus, I'll have to look it up for you, but there's a grading for white oak. So remember tiers? So you want to make sure you're grabbing the right tier and seeing samples of that.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure you're putting a natural finish on, and the finish does make a difference. So you want to ask that question specifically.
Yeah. I believe this is called like a traffic seal. And it will withstand scratches from animals and everything. Way better than an oil kind of. And that had my current house. We did this, and our previous house had oils, an old home, and you see nothing on those floors. It's awesome.
Oh my gosh, we've had a lot of traffic through here because we're in the middle of a time of year where there's a lot of tours going on.
Right.
So we had a few hundred people through here.
Yeah.
And the floors are perfection. And you can't see the debris.
No, that's to give you the lighter floor.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so as you're working through a living space, whether it be the kitchen, the living room, or the primary suite, the top 3 spaces that everyone's looking at renovating right now, if you were to age original homes going back from 1920, we'll say to 1990, average range of price for each bucket of renovation. Kitchen first, living room second, primary third, low to high.
So price to renovate per space? Okay.
Understanding you've got a square footage, right? So we're going to give you a base low for a standard kitchen to what a luxury product would be.
Okay, so let's say a base, not a huge space for a kitchen with like a box cabinet, not a custom.
Yep.
And like a grade 1 to 3 countertop.
Yep.
And we're not moving plumbing. You might be able to do it for 50.
That's what I'm thinking. The baseline is 50
Yep.
and up.
Yeah.
Easily to do high end, you're hovering at 75 to 100K for sure.
Yep.
If it's something big like this, you're exceeding. You're hitting.
You can get into the 2s.
Yeah, easily.
But you don't have to.
You don't have to.
You don't have to.
So that's where the design needing up front. I have a lot of clients saying, I'm just not sure what I want to do. That is half love it or listed, I call it, a quote unquote. And they need the budget in order to know, because sometimes it's easier to go and buy a different product altogether.
Yeah.
We talk about this all the time. Our number one appointment are people that have lived in their home for 20 to 40 years.
Yeah.
And they're trying to decide, our kids are out now, but they come back. You struggle to let go of the home, but it becomes cost prohibitive to do the renovation because they have so much equity in the home.
Right.
So we'll do a light renovation for you to get your bucket of money out, I call it. And then we find you a different product and still renovate it, but it's a smaller footprint. That's a big DNA right now.
Yeah.
A big DNA right now. We would love to visit with you if you're curious about what a renovation looks like for you. I say to people, Kate, we spend just as much time keeping people in their home as we do selling real estate.
Yep.
So what is your final gift to everyone in terms of design ideas from your design mind?
I would say, like when we bring a client on, it's about them. So we can handle any style or aesthetic, and the house also like dictates what we're gonna do. So, from our standpoint, it's not about us. It's about the client. And it's really important.
It is really important. So if you know that you want something new, I always say life is so short. Just rip off the Band-Aid and do it. And there's no better place to start than understanding what the money looks like.
Yeah, budget's number one. Then we know what to work with, and then we'll respect that, and that's most important part.
I think that's a huge piece of it. So Kate Soderquist, everybody, Urban Edge Homes designer. Check out, we have a webpage on Carrie Ann Carter Group for Urban Edge. Check out Urban Edge directly. I will have the link to the website for you below. If you're curious about design ideas, Kate can be employed on the hour, and she can do design work remotely. Check that out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Fly the Coop, everybody. Thank you so much for spending some time with us today. And we will be back at you next time. Check out our YouTube page and do be sure to subscribe. We'd love to have you as part of our community. Thank you so much and have a great day.